All right, so now we're going to be working with search parameters in Next.js. And so I made a different form here because I think it's a bit inappropriate to use a card checkout form to put card information in the URL. So instead we're going to be working with colors and sizes, like a t-shirt styling form. And we get to play around with radio inputs and select inputs, which I don't know if I got to use before. And all I have right now is just a basic form, no event handlers or anything right now. And I'm just going to throw in a rounded here. Not here, sorry. On the input. Cool. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we have to get search params. So when you have a page component in Next.js, we actually have access to the search params as a prop that we can destructure. And Next.js has a way for us to type that out. So I'll go ahead and go to their documentation. And we can see here that it's typed out as key, string, key value, where the key is a string, and then the value can be a string, an array of strings, or undefined. So we'll have to check if we have, for example, cont color is equal to search params dot color. And we'll do that later. So what I want to do first is I want to create some sort of indicator, and the best way to do this would be to remove the form title from the form itself and put it directly in our page. Form title, search params form. Okay, so what I want to put in between here is another component. We can call it display information. And this we'll pass this two props, and we'll make it in the same component right below. So we'll call it function display information, and we can do type display information props. This is going to need a color, which can be either beige or navy or undefined. And then size can be either what are the options? We have, what's the values are? Small, medium, large. Small, medium, large, or undefined. Cool. And let's type this out. Color, size. And we can return a paragraph tag, which will say, let's see here. Current style is going to be color. If we have a color, and then span of color, color, and then we can have a space, and we'll have another span for size and span, size. We can wrap that in a parenthesis. Cool. So we're only going to see this if we have a color or size. So we can do if no color and no size, return null, or we can return empty fragment. Otherwise we can return this. There you go. And we want to pass the props in, so color would be search params.color, and size would be search params.size. So we don't know. Well, the way we typed it out, it doesn't know if, about these enums, beige and navy. So let's just go ahead and just make it string. And string array. I see. So can we just do a string array here? Will that work? Okay, so let's just copy the types here. String. Honestly, I think it's better to type it out yourself instead of using this generic way, but let's just keep it like this for now. And so we'll have a nice little display. Can I have this on multiple lines? No. We can have a nice little display here once we have color and size, which come from our search parameters. But right now, they're undefined because we don't have any search parameters. But if I were to add one manually, let's say color is equal to beige, then we have current style is color beige. And then we can also style this class name. We'll use a string literal, and we'll do if no color or no color and BG white, color is equal to beige and BG DDDD C7 and color is equal to navy. Then we can do and then BG blue 950. Actually, let me refactor this using to a nice. Yeah, I'm gonna pause and refactor this to use a nice tailwind method. So I'm gonna pause it right here. All right, so I just changed the styles a bit, and I utilized the data attribute to style the CSS classes. So I can see that based on the data color attribute, we'll style it beige if it's beige and navy if it's navy. Otherwise, it'll be white. So right now we add a size attribute, medium. We'll see we have a nice white background. But if we add a color of navy, we'll have a navy. And let's also make this BG blue and data color equals to navy color white. Color white. Oh, not color white, text white. There you go. Awesome. And so now that we can grab search params, let's do stuff with it. We need to give our form names, name properties. We already did that. So name is size and name is color. Great. And then we need to use some hooks here in the form. So we're going to use client. And we're going to create a form component called const handle change, which will take in an event, a react.change event of HTML input element or HTML select element. Let's just abstract this way to a separate type real quick. Type HTML or input type. I don't know what I named in the other tutorial, but That'd be a lot more cleaner this way. Okay. And what is my error? I put a line break. React.change event equal to okay, I don't know what's wrong. Okay, so in here we want to first grab the current params, and to do that we're going to need to use the hook use search params. So const search params is equal to use search params, and then const params will be, we'll call it search params. No, sorry, const params will be equal to new URL search params. Search params, and then we can destructure the name and the value of our e.target, and then we can set the params to name value, and then we can replace the params in our URL. So this is a handle change, so this is going to be happening as we type. We're not doing any debouncing here, but that might be preferred depending on what kind of request you're making on each input change. Pat name param. So we need the pat name. So to get the pat name, we can get use pat name from next navigation, and we can also get the replace. Where replace comes from? Well, we can get a router from use router from next navigation, and then we can do router.replace. Cool. And then the handle change, we're going to hook this up to our inputs. So our radio input, which is right here, on change, handle change. We'll apply that to our other input, and then our select. So let's test it out. There you go. We are changing our search params from each change. Small, medium, large. Cool. And so that takes care of changing the params. The page takes care of retrieving them. So now we can do a submit handler for our form. Const submit, or handle submit. It's going to be equal to e.react.form event, HTML form element. And then we can do const e-prevent default. We can copy this line here to get our params. And then we can do const. We'll destructure from object.from entries params. So hopefully from our parameters we should be able to destructure color and size. Now let's quickly test what happens. Well, let's log the color and size, and let's hook up our submit form, which is going to be here. On submit, handle submit, and let's just test if it works. So submit, here we go, beige and medium. But let's see what happens if we don't have any params and we hit submit. Is that going to give us an issue? That's my question. Let's see. Undefined, undefined. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. Just beige, beige, undefined. Cool. So from here, we can do a little validation check, and we'll deal with the errors and success messages a little later. If no color and no size, we can do params.set error. Please check your information. All right, let's just make it simple. Whatever. Please check your information again. Please check your information again. Please check your styles again. Please check your style selection again. Okay. Or I kind of want to make it more simple. So I can put out one line: invalid style selection. There you go. And then so that's the validation. And then this would else we'll do params.delete. This is our way of clearing the form. We'll delete the color. We'll do params.set params.delete size. And then params.set success. Thank you. Or successfully added to cart. Cool. And then we can replace what we did here. Router.replace the path name with the params. And also before every submission, we should also probably delete the error and success messages. So we can do that real quick. So delete the error and delete success. Does this take in an array by chance? Name string value. Okay. So let's test it out. Add to cart. Invalid style selection. Oh, because we're missing the size. So we need to have a size too. Add. And there you go. That's our reset form. Of course, we should have default values, right? So if I were to go to navy and small or large, and I was to share this page with someone, these form fields should be selected, but it's not. So let's deal with that. And let me stop the redirect for a second so I can clear out the error messages. Oh, success. Something wrong here. Params.delete. New URL search params. Ah, I see. So we're not replacing the parameters. Makes sense. Let's not delete these. That's what I want to do. Okay. Let's get default values. So let's go to our page. We have the search params. Let's pass them down to our form component. We can call it let's call it default color is equal to search params dot color. Default size is equal to search params dot size. Okay, let's type this out. Where's our form here? Search params props. Search params form props. Type search params. Just copy. So default color can be beige or navy. And I think it's gonna give me an issue again with the TypeScript. Let's just see real quick. Yeah, so we used to type it out as this basically. Here we go, here we go. And we don't even need this, I think, because it's already undefined. So that's fine. So now we can destructure that. Default color, default size. So the way we use the default values is, well, in the default value. So let's go to our select first. And right here, default value, we'll do default size. And for the default these are checked input boxes, so we have to use a checked property. So we use checked is equal to default color is equal to beige here. And then here default color is equal to, or checked is equal to navy. Cool. So now if I go to navy and medium and I share this on a new website, these are already checked. That's cool. I can share this at the cart form to make it, I don't know, easier for someone if they want to check it out. Like, hey, check out these styles. Do you like this? So that's very powerful. The saving stay in the URL. That's a very big reason to do that. And now, last but not least, we set up our success and error messages, but we're not displaying them on the screen. So let's just go to our route handler form, where I think I set up some error states. I'm going to copy these. I'm going to put it in our page, right above our display information. I think that's where I want to put it. And then we'll do copy, paste. So if we have, let's replace error with search params dot error, and success with search params dot success. And let's wrap this in a MB2. Cool. Successfully added to cart. So let's do a bad form. Let's press add. Invalid style selection. Invalid style selection. Pick a color. Invalid style selection. So we have to use a navy, and then we can do thank you for your purchase. Successfully added to cart. So that's how we do search params with Next.js, working with search params, TypeScript, which I'm iffy on. I think it's better to type it out yourself. I think it would have been better to do something like this. Search params, and just work with what you know. So like I know that I'm gonna have a color and string. Even that, I think this would be significantly better than typing it out like this. Or you can even have like this, color string. There you go. And yeah, that's how you get. So you get the search params, render the search params, use them as props, pass them down. Then using the client-side hooks Next.js provides, you can change the search params through a handle change and a handle submit using the delete method, set method, and then use the router.replace method to replace the params in the search param as needed. And yeah, cool, very cool stuff where you can like change it. So I think I should put an on change. I should probably add this to make it a little bit nicer, right? So how about on change we do this. On change we'll delete the success and error messages. Yeah, perfect. Submit, successfully add the cart. Cool. And then again, you can always just share, which is I think is really cool. Like, hey, check this out. Small. Or I think I have a problem here. Let's see if I submit here. We're still on small. So this should probably go back to the default. So maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do set size to empty string. Let's try that. No, okay. Let's leave it alone. It's fine. So, page, large. Let's share it with my friend. Here we go. And everything's pre-selected. I can just add to cart. So let's add it to cart. This video dragged a little bit. I apologize for that. I hope you still enjoyed something, and on to the next.